Hi everybody, my name is Chrissy O'Malley and this is Better Science Teaching. Today what I'm going to do is keep going forward with setting up my planner for the year. I am headed towards sketching up all of my teaching plans for the whole year and sort of framing out where my units are going to go on the calendar. In order to do that, I have to take a hard look at what our school calendar looks like and plan it forward. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at my calendar spread and kind of set that up. I've already stuck some Post-it notes in here. So that's always the first thing that I do with my calendars is I kind of sketch up where everything goes in the month so that I have an idea of what's coming. And then I take my planner and go back through. And on each of the weekly pages, I put each of these activities so that I know when major things are happening. So when I sit down and look at that weekly spread, I can see if I'm going to have a day where school is not happening, or if I have a day with an early release, or if I have some special meeting that's happening that day that I need to be aware of, to keep track of all that stuff. So what I have, I went ahead and I pulled my spread out, because if you watch the August one, I had some trouble where the rings were just writing around those corners. And so this way, I can put everything down and not have to worry about those. So that will be kind of convenient. It's summer, so it doesn't matter. I'm not in a hurry. For stickers, I'm going to stick to the seasonal type teacher planner that came out this year. Sorry, seasonal type teacher sticker book. I also picked up the teacher florals, the pretty watercolor one. And I've got the Out for Adventure student sticker pack. I also have handy this one just because it's got boxes in it, but I don't think we're going to head that way. What I'm doing is I'm kind of merging my wild and free teacher planner into a more seasonal style planner. So if we take a look at what's going on with this, there's some spring stuff. These always are like in a weird order to me because they don't start in the order of school. So if we take a look at, lost my sheet. What's supposed to be September is what goes with this sort of change divider here. And it's got mushrooms on it and some leaves. And to be honest, I'm just not feeling the mushrooms and leaves for September because here in Ohio, it tends to be pretty warm. So my options would be that I can pull from some of the summer stuff because there's a lot of summer in here, but September, unless you're thinking maybe Labor Day, you could go watermelons, but we did that for August. I could go stars, but that's kind of the same. Vacation days doesn't really fit. This is really cute. I've got these circles that are kind of awkward in these boxes, so they might not get here. So I have some problems with that. Or I could use this, but if I'm taking a look at what's actually available in this sticker book, this change sticker, which matches the divider for September in the seasonal planner, has got mushrooms and leaves with it, which is exactly what we end up with November. So if I use too many for September, I want to make for November. That's one of my problems. I've got little dots here I can use. I've got some of these bigger stickers. These are okay. Mushrooms and leaves again. So I can pull from some of these. Fall doesn't really fit with September. I could use boxes. They cover up the whole box, including the numbers, so it's kind of, iffy. I can't use the pumpkin one, so I'd have to be using these. And honestly, like, these are really very neutral to me. I might be able to pick up the sticker, but it's difficult to find stuff to work with. Plus, I've already taken out all the pumpkins from this page because I've already kind of set up parts of the October one. So I'm left with mushrooms and leaves, and these I'm going to need for November. So if I use them for September, then I'm in a pinch for November. So I think what I'm going to do, instead of relying on my seasonal type sticker book, is we're going to do some Out for Adventure stuff. So if I flip this over, it says surround yourself with beauty. I have my people who I've decided are ornithologists on here. And there's this nice little, you guys see the shape with the little scallop on the top? That gets repeated in the sticker book on these boxes. I've decided they're clipboards, friends. So we've got some clipboards. These are a little bit tall for these boxes. So these guys are probably going to end up on the weekly spreads. So first thing I'm going to do, I've got a couple of things handy. I've got a pencil with an eraser on it in case I need to erase something, but I may not. white jelly roll and a Papermate Flare pen. I've also got these extra stickers that I've had from other books or picked up other places. I'm gonna need that Labor Day sticker. So, all right, here we go. So I am not the kind of person who decorates first and then puts information in. I like to just put my information in there. I'm gonna use for boxes maybe these little guys and maybe a couple of, where'd they go? Either these or these. Now my sticker or my calendar here has some pink watercolor in the corner where it says write it down notes. I could keep it or I could color it. It's definitely got pink here that would be tricky to color cover. So I think I'm gonna have to work with the pink. So we can do that in a couple ways. I've got pink birds and I've got pink boxes. And like I said before, if I have a figure on there, I like to have the figure sort of on the outside. I know it's kind of weird, but that's what we're gonna do. So I'm just kind of looking over these because I kind of like them. One thing I've noticed, it's a little bit easier if your sticker is flat on something. It doesn't have to be stuck down. I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, it's always funny to make decisions. These are kind of interesting too, because if you look at the borders, you could line these up. This border matches this. So that's kind of neat. Anyhow, okay, so I've got a couple of things here where I need stuff. I've got one here. This one, I'm probably going to choose a small one just because. Got a Spirit Week down here. I could choose a bigger box. Some small meeting things that I'm going to mark, and then a no school day. So the things that are most significant and for sure not going to change, I think. Parent-teacher conferences for sure won't change. If this moves, it'll only be a little bit, so that's not a big deal. We've got mass, meet the teacher night, no school. So I don't know if I have a no school sticker. That would be really handy, actually. Okay. Weekend plans. There's a no class. But that's tiny. Like, that's a weekly size sticker. Pick something easy to start with. I like these greens and I like the pinks, so I think I'm going to use both of those. All right, so these are just a couple of organizational meetings for our student leaders. There's 2 different ones on the same day. Not sure why that is, but it's already on the calendar. Another meeting. These are usually all the same time during the day, so I don't need to record when those are happening. Every when I pull up these, I take off my blue Post-it notes. It's interesting, there's 2 in a row. It's probably because we have Spirit Week. Let's check and see if I have the other boxes in here. Yeah, since those are just meetings, I'm just going to use little boxes. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and make it the same color as that one because it's the same group. that one out. So there we go. So I work at a private school. We have the Spirit Week coming up. And then I'm not sure where homecoming is going to be this weekend. So that's probably why we have all these student leader meetings happening. For this, I want to use a bigger box if I have one that's horizontal. And that won't change because there's so much going on that week that they're just not going to mess with it. I think I'm going to use this one. So here's what I say about stickers and stuff. Use your stickers. They're fun. It makes things a little bit more interesting when you're doing your planning. And you have them, so you may as well, honestly. If you're not going to use your stickers, don't spend your money on them. I'm going to put this right here. There's going to be details stuck in here, but I'll put those in my weekly planner for that week. Don't worry about your handwriting, because if you spend forever worrying about your handwriting, you're just not going to get much done. So, you know, think about that too. I think I'm going to go ahead and set this one up for these 2 days, so that's kind of balanced. So I've got a no school here. So I think that I had a no class sticker. Is that who I want to put there? He would match. There's so much cute stuff in here. Say time, work hard, get it done, me time, free time. Yeah, those aren't right either. And then there's a no class. Okay, so I'm gonna do I have a parent-teacher conference sticker? That would be kind of interesting. So I think, oh, I saw it and I lost it. Okay. What color do I want? I want a pink one. So here's no class. Take that. I'm gonna put this down here. Parent-teacher conferences. There might be one in here. I know, so there's somebody probably out there shouting at me, yeah, there's one. It's in your other sticker book. Well, I don't see one. I would expect it to be in fall. It's not there. Okay, I don't see one. So we're gonna move on. So I put no class there. So I'm gonna write oops. We're not gonna freak out that I wrote it wrong. Maybe I'll cover it with some of this. Yeah, these little Jelly Roll pens are kind of cool because you can almost use them like they're whiteout. It just doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Okay. So I'm going to pull this off. That's always a crazy day because we also get early dismissals. It's in the middle. Why not? Okay. For my little circles. So what I'm going to do is take one of these little pink circle doodads. Are these the same color? Because I know that I'm just going to stare at this later if I don't do this part. I'm just going to kind of cover that. And I'm going to write 24 here. And then I know that the 23rd is parent-teacher conferences. Okay. Let's see. Next, we have midterms due. Midterms is kind of important. Meet the teacher is a big one. Should I do one of our bird friends? Maybe not. I'm not sure that I want to cover Yom Kippur. We're a Catholic school, but I'm not going to say that we don't have students who practice other religions. So, so we've got midterm reports. I've got this little narrow sticker. Let's stick him on here. And I think, yeah, he'll fit up in that corner. I don't like to lay these out super artistically. I like to leave space in my boxes so that I can put things there if stuff comes up. You know, it just makes me feel better. I'm wondering how my Labor Day sticker would look on top of another sticker. Like, can I frame it? I think that I can. One thing I've seen folks do that I really like is where if there's a line there, you just color over the line. So this sticker, it's got a green edge and a pink bird. So I'm going to use him. And I'm just going to kind of write out that line a little bit. Make this my Labor Day sticker. Labor Day weekend is always my wedding anniversary weekend. So we got married the weekend of Labor Day, so we would always have a 3-day weekend that we could use to celebrate our anniversary. And sometimes we've taken little trips. Obviously we didn't last year. In our family, we actually call it Family Founding Day instead of our anniversary. And so we take the kids with us and we have a family event out of it instead of just celebrating the two of us. All right. I'm just rearranging myself because I'm not comfortable. Okay. So we've also got a mass, and then this thing is Meet the Teacher Night. Meet the Teacher Night is pretty cool. We have a regular day of school, so there's no early dismissal. But then in the evening, we have some time where parents come in and they actually go through their kids' schedule. So you get to meet everyone's, well, I mean, the folks who come, you get to meet their parents, and they get to meet you, and we get to tell them about our classes, and so that's pretty cool. Let's see. As I said, we're Catholic. Last year, we had to get rid of all of our assemblies, and so we didn't get to have whole school masses last year, and that was kind of a bummer because I actually really enjoy them. All right, we need a special one for Meet the Teacher because that's a big deal. Although I think it's going to be that day, but I heard rumors about it. So what I'm going to do instead is put that one in pencil. Where did my pencil go? There it is. Okay, so I'm going to take that one and make this one Meet the Teacher Night. All right, there we go. So that's all of the activities that I know are going to happen in September on my planner. So now I can just kind of decorate it a little bit. I like to put some positive things in here, you know, and just make it a little bit cuter. I think I definitely need some birds though. Not those guys, not those guys. Not those. Okay, so this is going to be one place that I look. So I still don't think, I'm going to double check. Do I want to use the change sticker? I think I could stick it on there, but I don't want to. All right, so one thing that I'm going to do is take a look at my watercolor planner and see if there are things that I could use. Here's one that says one kind word can change the world, which I may use. Because it looks like what I've got going here is blues and greens and a little bit of pink. These stickers are actually circles with those words in the middle. I actually considered using those too. I got checklists, family night, field trips. Well, this is half day. Purple, purple. I really like this book. Okay, weekend plans. Well, I love that one too. Okay, so I don't think that's going to help us with our sort of positive statements, but I'm flipping it to some of these watercolors because I may recommend. I like these little flourishes. Okay, so where are we going to head with birds? I'm going to take a look at this. We've got some at least schoolish stuff in here. So we've got reading, study time, assignments. We've got these little plants. Those are cute. Those would match that really well. Do today, free time. Okay, we've got lots of plants. We've got people, birds. And these are pretty cute. So, is that what we have to go with? Okay, we can use these square ones. Stay curious might be a good option. Oh, I just thought about putting this pink one down here, but she's doing the same pose. All right, we're gonna just... So if I wanted to do my stay curious one, oh my gosh, you took one from the watercolors. Yeah, it's pretty. I totally just stuck this down over the edge. I'm just going to trim that up in a minute. And then I'm going to take this sticker from the student planner, put it right on, put it over it, but kind of on the bottom. There we go. Like that. I feel like September is sort of the honeymoon period of school starting. The first week of school for us is challenging because we have kids that change their schedules around. So that's interesting, to say the least. And then we have, you know, you're just kind of getting in the swing of things, and that second week, because that's when you know which students you're going to have for sure. And then September is kind of where everybody is still enthusiastic about things, but just getting rolling. So I'm going to take this. I like to either put things along the bottom or up here along the top. And to be honest, when I've got stuff like birds and people, I don't like them flying through the air. So it's going to go on the top. Question is if I want any flourishes up there. I don't think I do. This is really sort of simple and pretty. Actually, that's right next to that September. I'm going to put it over here. So you want to be careful the way you spread out, the way that you use words. Like something got stuck on my sticker. Okay. Okay, so that looks pretty cheerful. Now I need to get some birds on here. I don't think, well, I've got some of these watercolor flowers. I have this feeling I'm going to need another one of these books. Got my people. Maybe these smaller people. And this one's got blue veins. That's cool. So I've got some greenery here, so it makes sense that I should have some over here as well. I may, let's see. I used some of the pink ones already. This one's actually really cool. Okay, I like the way this is because it kind of looks like it's a shrub. I'm gonna put it over here in the corner. Maybe I should have whited that out under there first. I don't know if I can suck it up. Cool. All right. I tend to do this in a little bit of a circle, and then I want to draw it this way so that it leaves a little bead of the white ink. If I'm lucky, it covers up most of it. I found that doing whiteout tape wasn't quite as good because it was a very different color than the paper. But this, because it's such a fine line, it doesn't matter that it doesn't match. So you can really see the difference there. Okay, so squiggle, 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 squiggle. Okay. Got another piece of green in here and I want it. And I could use a little shrub though. Let's use the shrub instead. I know it's not a shrub, it's like mums or something. I love chrysanthemums, but we'll be smart and do this first. If I'm gonna put like a little vignette, a little picture, I like to do it in empty spots. By the time I get down here, I'll be working out of the next calendar anyway, out of October. But this down here is homecoming week, so maybe I need to be careful. And kind of overlap that just a little. So you keep messing up my lines. That's okay. All right. So now I've got some shrubbery there. And put some people in it. And I kind of like my big birds here. So I think I'm gonna have a big bird go up here. And I'm gonna have a person down here. And I think one of my girls here with a skirt would be a good option. Maybe I'll choose a smaller one though. She might be a really good choice. So I don't want her to get lost in the background. Okay, so before I do that, put her right there. I want a palm tree. Going the wrong way. Okay. Yeah, so I stuck her in there because she has some contrast. We've got some trees there in the background. I think I'm going to do some more trees. Do it over here. Underestimated that by a lot. Okay, more trees. And trim this guy up a little bit more. Okay, I trimmed that. Stick that on my post-it notes. Okay, so I don't know. Last, I think I'm gonna put a bird up here. So I'm gonna see if there's any good matches for my little bird friend with flower backgrounds here. This one I really like. That looks cool. I think I kind of want this big pink bird. And he's got really dark leaves behind him. Come on. So I probably, do I want that one? Come here, buddy. All right. Problem is he's so pale So we're going to lose a lot of his color if we're not careful. So we need something that's fairly light to put him in behind or in front of. I'm going to save the purple. I think we found a winner. Winner. I could even do a couple. I could do this one and put some golden branches under him. But he's transparent. I wonder if I have a white one. Nope. Okay. So I'm going to grab this. Now, with the teacher planner, most of the time, you don't have to worry about the weekends, because most of the time you don't have stuff on weekends. Sometimes I do. When we get up near science fairs and Science Olympiad and stuff like that, I have stuff going on the weekends. But generally, weekends tend to be free. So I'm going to get rid of some of these lines up here. I'm just going to white them out. This is just going to take a second. Bottom. I'm going to do the side one. I want to set this so it's kind of offset. It's going to go kind of right there. Leave the 5 there in case I want to be able to see it. And then my little birdie friend is going to go here. And I want just enough contrast. Yeah, I'm happy with that. There's my bird friend. Okay, now let's look at it for a second. Do I like it? I've got my cheerfulness here. I've got some cool plants with shrubs. Do I want any other birds? And some really, and I'm looking off camera, I've got some really cute little bird guys up here. I'm just trying to think if there's any place I would like to stick them. So I could put them up at the top. I don't think I want to do washi tape on this. Maybe I should put another person down here. I'm going to think about that for a minute. I might perch a bird up there. I've got, let's see, I've got a parrot and I've got a not a parrot. So I don't need to stick with parrots, but they are all pink. So do I want to stick with pink birds? If I want to put a bird here, think about right there. I want it facing that direction. Do I have one that's seated? I do. I have these blue ones that are seated. That would fit. Those birds are all the same direction. I really like this one with the binoculars. I'm thinking about, but this guy. Oh, there's a toucan. I'm gonna use a toucan. Okay. So my little toucan buddy, he's gonna go here. So this is funny because the 3rd is actually my anniversary. I'm going to take a quick flip through this to see if there's any plants I want him to be around. Oh, he's blue. He almost fits with those. Oh, there's tiny leaves. I think those are all the same and they're just rotated. Okay, so I could sit him on a little branch. It's cool. Okay, buddy. So we're gonna put you up here. If I scoot you back a little bit. So that's a paper sticker, so I didn't need to white anything out. So that's kind of nice. And then I'm gonna kind of there we go. There you go, little bird friend. He's cute too. Okay, so I think I'm gonna call that a day. I hope that you guys stay safe and you be well, and I'll see you soon. Bye.